introduce our second speaker tonight, Stephen Walker. Sandbelt, we have a new world record. Sandbelt, we have a new world record. Stephen Walker.
With more than a passing interest in the mechanics of Australian politics, I'd like to discuss the subject of the key to the lodge. But I'm not going to do that because I know not everyone's interested in Australian politics. Tonight, Mr. Toastmaster and ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to discuss something which is far closer to home, something which is really important to everybody, not only those present here tonight, but everybody in the wider community, and in fact, throughout the world. So what could it be? Yes, tonight we're going to talk about the surgical gown. Now this may look a little humble. In fact, sometimes I think it's a bit of a cover-up, but there is a very good reason why we wear the surgical gowns. Earlier in the year, the nurse said to me, "Take off all your clothes, except your underpants, and put this on." Being a compliant sort of chappie, I complied. And I've called upon two volunteers tonight to also to assist. I'd like to ask those volunteers to step forward, Carol. Now, I would like to just explain, this is actually a complicated piece of medical equipment. Have you ever tried to put one of these on? Have you ever tried to put one on in a hurry? Now what we'll do tonight, if you don't mind, just quietly, we won't remove any clothing, we'll just do a little bit of a experiment here. Mr. Timekeeper, I need your assistance.
Sure.
When I give the word go, our two competitors here are going to put the gown on and tie it with a proper bow behind the neck. Don't worry about the back. Just behind you. I want a proper bow behind your back. I like a serious one. Are you ready, Mr.
Ready.
Go. Now the reason I'm interested in how long it takes to put one of these gowns on is because earlier in the year I really wanted to see the doctor, and I really wanted to see the doctor real bad. I knew what he was going to do for me. It's only one or just the one. Well, we got a winner. We've got two winners. Mr. Timekeeper.
20 seconds.
20 seconds. Well, that's pretty good. Congratulations. My money back. I've lost count of the number of times I put the gowns on. If I get it on within 15 minutes, I'm usually fairly happy. As I said earlier in the year, I needed it on urgently because the sooner I seen the doctor, the better I was going to be. A little bit of a background. If you look at the last 3 calendar years, I would have ring for an ambulance twice. I would present to an emergency department at least 6 times. I would be admitted to a hospital at least 4 times, and I would spend at least 40 days in hospital during the course of a year. So I've got to know these gowns, I've got to know them quite well. What do you have them for? Sure, it's a cover-up. But is it for modesty? Is it for infection control? Is it for, well, for a functional purpose, more for the doctor to be able to dig around? You know how doctors like to dig? With a gown, of course, it's a whole lot easier. Or is it to protect this blood from going into the doctor's place. Well, the real reason, of course, for the gown is that for infection control. You know, since about the 1500s, ever since the principal, the headmaster at the time, Eton College, devised the saying, or rather translated from Latin, necessity is the mother of all invention. Mr. President, would you agree with wisdom such as that?
I would.
Me too. When I went to the hospital earlier in the year, I had to find a way to get this gown on in less than 15 minutes. So, preparing to put it on and allocating approximately 15 minutes to do it. I carried out the instructions. We don't need to go into detail. I carried out the instructions of the nurse and I put the gown on. So how long does it take to put a gown on? Well, start again. Mr. Timekeeper, if you could prepare for the time. We're going to go for less than 15 minutes here. Mr. Timekeeper.
Sneaky peeky.
Well done. 15 seconds.
15 seconds. Sandbelt. We have a new rule.